Fauquier, Superintendent of Fauquier County Public Schools, with another edition of 100 Question. I'll be answering two questions this week. Or two really good questions submitted. But I also want to remind people that you can resubmit questions to me anytime. I may not choose them oftentimes because they really apply to you or to an individual school. So I choose not to answer those in this forum, but I'm still glad to answer them if you want to call or email. I'm happy to do that. This question is from Judy. It asks the following: if we bank enough instructional time to cover 25 days, how is it that we have now used our snow days and the next two will come from President's Day and a teacher work day, and then after that added on to the end of the school year? Thanks for the question, Judy. We've used our two bank days and also two of our bank days, sorry. And the 25 bank days that you refer to, that applies to high school. So the high school banks 25 days, meaning that through the course of the year, we instruct kids in terms of minutes 25 days longer than we're required to by the state. Now, what most school divisions do is they develop calendars. 180 days is required by the state, okay? And they'll typically build makeup days into the calendar, a combination of bank days and true makeup days, and then that's the calendar they submit. Now, what the state does is it gives flexibility to school divisions in terms of petitioning. If you miss a large number of days, the state allows school divisions to petition to substitute instructional hours versus instructional days. And many school divisions did that last year, because of the number of days missed throughout the state. We missed 17 days of school last year, so we petitioned to use our bank time rather than our days, and that worked out. But I just don't feel like that's a really efficient way of doing it. We lost a lot of instructional time. Plus, there's also the Fair Labor Standards Act and how we pay people, and folks who work hourly and who are paid hourly, and who aren't able to work on snow days versus folks who are paid through a contract who technically are paid. That creates problems for us, and this seemed like the best way to solve it. And it's what most school divisions do anyway. Hope that wasn't too convoluted, but that's the answer. The next one is pretty straightforward. He says, this is from Josh. Josh says, hi, I'd like to know why you send my child to school in below freezing weather, and other students as well. Children have to stand outside at the bus stop in below freezing weather. Not only is it cold outside, but there's ice on the roads and on the sidewalks, so that this also puts my child at risk. Thank you. Hope you can fix this. I don't mean to be rude or anything, but it's true. All right, thanks, Josh. The short answer is this: when we deem road conditions safe, primary, secondary roads, that's typically the basis for our decision making. In my 25 years as an educator, I can think of one time where we canceled school because of weather, of temperature, and that was last year. And as you recall, last year the National Weather Service issued a winter warning due to dangerously frigid temperatures based on the actual temperature and then wind chills, and that was a big determinant as to why we ended up canceling school that day. Not only because it was the temperatures were dangerously cold, and winter weather warning, not advisory, warning was issued. Plus, we weren't sure we could heat our schools when it was that cold. It was single digits in the morning, and it didn't get out of the, I think, mid-teens throughout the day. We were concerned about being able to heat the schools, and then the issue with buses that's always a potential problem when it gets really, really cold. Buses don't start. But I can think of that one time in 25 years where we canceled school because of temperature. If we didn't, and we for example, canceled school or delayed school when it was 32 degrees or below, we would miss a lot of school days, and we would be going to school potentially deep into the summer, and we don't want to do that. So what we tell parents is bundle your child up. If you're really concerned about temperatures, you always have the option to drive your child to school, And then the third option would be one I don't recommend is you can keep your child home if you feel it's that, it's going to be that cold and it's an excused absence. You just have to notify the school. But typically, temperature is not a rationale for canceling school. And again, I can think of one instance in 25 years where that's happened. If the road conditions are dangerous, icy, whatever, typically we have a delay or we cancel. That's typically what we do. We did it 17 times last year, and we've also done it a few times already this year. So, hope this has been helpful to you. Hope you have a great rest of the week. Thank you.